Breaking news, Mets fans, breaking news. And no, this is not the breaking news that we're usually happy and excited about. You see it down below. Kodai Senga, our ace when healthy and when right, is now officially done for the regular season. Why exactly is that is what we're about to break down from Carlos Mendoza's mouth himself. And also, what is the latest on Francisco Lindor? Because in a very Metsian fashion, it is yet again a soul for a soul situation. If you're wondering, Wardy, what do you mean by this? What I mean is, it feels like every single time that a key player comes back from injury, another one has to go down. On the same night that we find out that Senga's season is officially done, Francisco Lindor might just impact this Mets team as soon as tonight's game against the Phillies. More on that in a second, everybody, but before we get into it all, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know your very unfortunate reactions down below to the news on Kodai Senga before we deep dive this. And also, folks, shout out to our amazing sponsor, as always, at BetUS, that has you covered for all your sports betting needs. Check them out today by using promo code YouTube150. That way you too get a 150% bonus on your first deposit, and they do 125% bonus on your following two. Now that we have NFL Sunday heading into NFL Monday here, my Steelers just won a big one, 20-10 over the Chargers. Sorry to select a few Chargers fans watching this, but I'm riding high and I hammered Steelers money line there. The same way I'm now hammering two games that we have tonight, and that's going to be there that we see between the Chiefs and also then tomorrow the Bills. Chiefs, and look, the simple logic for me, at least as a casual sports bettor, so if you want to tail these bets, bet responsibly. I'm not an expert, do as you wish, but if you do it with our awesome friends at BetUS by checking them out at betus.com.pa. And the Chiefs at minus 160 on the money line, I'm hammering, simply put, if my Steelers can beat the Falcons, the Chiefs have to beat the Falcons. Buffalo Bills at home, love that matchup there. Oh, big Josh Allen fan here. When he's healthy, he is right. He's one of the best in the game. So is Patty Mahomes, as we know, and all the key weapons that they have there. This is going to be a 10 to win 1275 on the parlay, so that's going to be roughly $23 total should both these teams win over the next 24 hours. Good luck to you all that tailed this respective bet, and shout out once more to BetUS for all your respective sports betting needs. Now to hop back in this, folks, let's get right into the comments from Carlos Mendoza himself, which is on, yes, Kodai Senga.
What did Senga have to offer after yesterday?
Yeah, so Senga felt a little bit of tightness on his tricep. So
okay, or don't
he
work.
felt like he could have continued to pitch, but
this is glitching on me, not a problem.
He just
Either way,
wanted to
Carlos
play it
Mendoza
safe,
just goes
and,
on to say that he's out for the season. And the reason why he's out for the season is because he sadly suffered what we saw there in a little bit of a tricep tightness there after pitching just that one singular inning there in Syracuse. So Kodai's going to continue to throw. He's going to continue to stay active, but now they basically have him delayed where they're not going to throw him out there right away. Kodai said that he could continue to pitch, but for his own safety and for the sake of him not really pushing anything crazy, they're now having him shut down for the rest of the regular season. Will he be available potentially when it comes to postseason play? That is still to be determined, but this is an absolute gut punch to us Mets fans, who we just found out over this past day that I talked about in a video earlier. Paul Blackburn's season is officially done as he's still trying to work his way back from that leak, with his spinal fluid, which is still so crazy to talk about in even state. But Blackburn, who's still ramping up, is just not at the point of actually getting into a game yet. And now we have here Kodai Senga. Everything is set back with him yet again. So Senga, who's missed the entire season for the Mets, came back for a couple innings, struck out north of 9 there against the Atlanta Braves, and then went down with his calf injury. Now he is now down for this tightness injury, and he will continue to stay active, as I mentioned. But a guy that we all thought was going to be huge to add to this Mets rotation, because even a couple innings of Kodai Senga, whether that's 3 to 5 innings, is certainly greater than anything you could ask for a good portion of pitchers in the game right now. Even with the brilliance of Sean Manaea, David Pearson, excluding his most recent start, and what we have also seen in Jose Quintana, Luis Severino, even Tyler McGill to a degree, you have all these weapons in this rotation, so they can handle themselves absolutely. Kodai Senga would have been an absolute weapon, no denying that whatsoever. So losing him is nothing short of a gut punch. How do the Mets respond to this now? Well, simply put, they're down Senga, they're down Blackburn. Will either of these guys be available for them potentially for postseason play should they crack the playoffs? We'll find out. The Mets are right around now a week away before having to construct naturally a playoff roster, as we only have a week of baseball left, which is absolutely insane to state. So Kodai Senga, a gut punch to see this happen. I'm certainly not happy about this, but there is at least one good thing to say out of anything here. The Mets have done everything this year excluding one game. when it comes to Kodai Senga, right? So Kodai has not been a factor for them all year long, and they have propelled themselves to have pretty much the best record in Major League Baseball since the end of May, and have had the best record clearly there in the NL East as well. And if the Mets can secure 3 out of 4 against the Phillies, that further solidifies their dominance here in the East and what has been for all summer long. So Kodai Senga, we need you to get better. Hopefully you can be a weapon for us when we need you most, potentially in postseason play. Until then, we have to worry about the players that we have actively on the roster that are healthy, and sadly our ace in Kodai Senga is no longer one of them. Now, getting on the topic of other guys outside of Kodai Senga, let's talk about Francisco Lindor, because yes, you heard it from Carlos Mendoza himself. It is a possibility that we could see Francisco Lindor pinch hit tonight. Listen to this.
Pinch hitter possibility for today?
We'll see. We'll see how the workout goes.
Is it realistic or not?
It's possible.
Is Francisco?
All right, folks, so let's see what happens there with Francisco Lindor. If he does pinch hit tonight, it feels like it has to be the inevitable walk-off base hit or walk-off absolute nuke to win this one against the Philadelphia Phillies. Either way, whatever the result is, we will be covering that to a T tonight in our post-game coverage live directly after tonight's game. Then tomorrow, before the series begins against the Braves, unless we have some key updates there further on Senga and Lindor, if he doesn't play tonight, Lindor, for example, I will be breaking down a series preview on that matchup as well, and then we'll be covering every single game of that Atlanta Braves series, the Milwaukee Brewers series, and then every single step of the way there, hopefully, in postseason play. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you once more for all the kind words, and seriously, the congratulations on the SNY segment that I had the privilege of being in studio with the other day. It meant the absolute world to me, and I hope I did a good job on trying to represent the fan base to the best of my ability. So thank you guys for the support there once more. Love you all to death. And as always, no matter what, even with another deflating injury here to Kodai Senga, we will continue to prevail here as Mets fans. And as always, no matter what, let's go Mets. Peace out.